Awesome. Got one more question for me? I think we can do one more.
I do. This one is a bit different because I'm all high on the flying disc, as they say, and I'm having a lot of fun and I'm feeling joyous and exciting. And then I get a message from a loved one, a close loved one, completely different. And then you go down in your vibration because it's completely different than everything you would have expected to
Yep.
receive from someone loved. What do you do?
So in the collective, I did a call. It was a 90-minute call about how to stop other people from lowering your vibe, or how to stop family members from lowering your vibe, which is a very common question. So you basically have three options. Option one is go live in a cave. Option two is control everybody around you so they're being the person you need them to be so that you can maintain your alignment. And I don't know which is more realistic, number one or number two. And then number three, which is the only real option, is investigate what you have going on, what perspectives you're practicing that pulls you down. Because it's never really about them and their behavior. Their behavior is the trigger, but it's the perspectives that we're choosing that create the negative emotions that pull us down. So for example, somebody who has a lot of emotional baggage of not good enough, all it takes is for somebody to say one little thing and it really triggers that not good enoughness, and they might be feeling that strongly for a day or two, right? Somebody else who feels really, really confident, like The Rock, he might have somebody come up to him and say, "Hey, Rock, you suck. You're the worst actor ever." And he's so confident that it doesn't bother him at all, right? Because he doesn't have that in his emotional baggage, I'm assuming. So it's always more difficult when it's family members because we put more weight on what family members say.
Yeah.
But if you've got a family member that's weighing you down, that's pulling you down, then it's about asking yourself, how are they making me feel? What is it triggering inside of me? And then working through that inside of yourself. And if you can identify and clear that, then that person will no longer trigger you in that way. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. And I know it's easier said than done for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But if you can do an attraction point audit and identify what your dominant negative emotions are, and then work through it and release it, with the right reframing work, you can get to a place where that person doesn't create wobble for you anymore.
Interesting. I think I've put it in this little Pandora box.
Yeah.
Put it away. And now every time this person says something, it pops open. So I have to do some investigation, I think.
And do you know what emotion that triggers? Is it not good enough? Is it lack of control? Is it unloved? Is it abandoned? Can you tell what emotion it is that they trigger?
A little confronting to say this on camera, but I think it is unworthiness.
Yeah, and that's not good enough is the most common one that I see. And unworthy is right up along there.
Yeah.
So I can almost guarantee you that over half of the people that watch this video can relate, right? And what you need to do is you need to ask yourself, I feel unworthy because, or what thought am I thinking that makes me feel unworthy, right? And if that person's making you feel unworthy, there's some reframing work you can do around that, right?
Yeah.
So just because that person doesn't see your worthiness doesn't mean that it's not there.
No.
Of course not, right? I know you're worthy. Your inner being knows you're worthy. I bet you've got a lot of friends that say that you're worthy.
True.
Right? Just because that person has emotional baggage that doesn't allow them to express things in a positive way, maybe for them, treating you as if you're unworthy is a form of validation for them, right? Maybe that's how they know how to uplift themselves. Maybe they're afraid to give you positive validation. You have no idea what's going on in that person's mind to make you feel unworthy. But the important thing for you to recognize is the way they're treating you has nothing to do with you, and it's all about them.
That's true.
Make sense?
Makes sense. So it's like not changing focus, but take away they do. My inner being loves the shit out of me.
Totally.
All
Right?
right, cool.
And if I say you're worthy and that person says you're unworthy, well, who's right and who's wrong?
You are.
Right? You get to choose,
Yeah.
right? In my book, I talk about how emotions are a point of view, right? Not good enough, that's just a point of view. I can decide I'm not good enough, I can decide I'm good enough, right? Every
Yeah.
negative emotion is a point of view, and as a creator, you're powerful enough to choose the point of views that serve you best.
Yes.
Make sense? Awesome.
Makes sense. Cool.
Good. This was a great chat. I think I've given you a lot of stuff to chew on.
You did. My
Awesome.
mind is all going. It was really
Awesome.
nice. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Good. Send me an update after a couple of days or a week and let me know how you're feeling, how you're making out.
Will do.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.